Hey there, Red Sherwood here with your 28-day conscious transformation. Today we learn how to take full control of your inner voice once and for all. Now look, I want to help you understand just how easy it is to regain complete and utter control of your mind. Now just because you may have experienced thoughts, urges or triggers, or perhaps acted in certain undesired ways in the past, doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be stuck behaving as such in the future. You see, you have the power to change your life, your mind, and your current experience, right here, right now, in this very moment. Your entire biology, your cells, your DNA, your frequency can all be majorly influenced by how you choose to think and therefore live. You do not have to be a prisoner to the way you used to think anymore. You can change those intrusive and sometimes disruptive thoughts as you so choose when they occur. You see, relabeling your thoughts is the first small step. This is where it is important to become aware of deceptive brain messages and uncomfortable sensations as they occur in your mind. I want you to consciously place a label on your experience as it is happening in that very moment. If ever you're feeling anxious or even starting to feel the onset of anxiety, simply become aware of the thoughts provoking you and try to relabel them. For example, if you are starting to feel anxious, simply say, "I'm feeling anxious right now because I'm overthinking about all the things that could go wrong, and I'm not thinking about all the things that are currently going right for me." From there, you would only tune your mind into all the positives in your life and journey of your destiny. As you see, it's a simple switch in perspective. Now look, I know this may not be an easy task when you first begin, and may even seem a little bit obvious, but I can assure you, the more you implement this, the more it helps you rewire your thinking patterns, and the easier and quicker this step will become. Next, we start reframing your mind. You see, reframing is simply the act of changing your perception of deceptive brain messages. Realize that they're simply products of your brain, products you do not have to believe. You do this through being mindful of the moment and by raising your awareness to why you're feeling a certain way. Recognizing your cognitive distortions like black and white thinking and reasoning with your emotions. If you're having the sensation that something is wrong, acknowledge that feeling and ask yourself, is something really wrong, or is it just my mind perceiving it this way? Something may very well be happening for a reason you might not be aware of in that moment. But don't automatically assume the worst based on your current emotion during that time. You see, it could be something else entirely, and maybe with just a little bit more time and patience, it will become clear, and you'll be able to understand what you needed to when you're ready. Look, I'm sure you can think of a moment in your life that frustrated you, and in that moment you couldn't understand why or what that moment was trying to teach you. But after a short while, and looking back, you understand what you needed to learn from that moment. You see, you may never know what each moment of your life is trying to teach you, so be mindful and try to think of each moment as a lesson. I'm sure you have heard the phrase, everything happens for a reason, and this could not be more true. Live with love in your heart, be kind to others, and most importantly, trust the universe. Now, let's talk about refocusing the mind. In the first 2 steps, you've cleared your cognitive field. Now we help you focus your attention to the moment and then in the direction you want to take it. It's as simple as directing your thoughts back to the present moment and engaging in a healthy and productive thought activity. Even while the deceptive brain messages are there bothering you, testing you, and intruding on you, it's very important to refocus. You must refocus. It's through refocusing your attention that your brain actually gets rewired, and this is where change truly starts to happen. Say, for example, you're laying in bed at the end of a long, tiresome day, scrolling on social media using your shiny rectangle, and all of a sudden you see a friend's post in your feed. They got a brand new car, and not just any car, but a car that you've wanted for a very long time. Or they're on that vacation in a tropical paradise, a place you are dying to go to. Your brain immediately starts to analyze and think of all the reasons why you do not have that car, or why you are not enjoying that vacation, and the negative thoughts start seeping their way into your mind like water leaking into a basement floor and forming a puddle, eventually going stale and smelling like sewage. These negative thoughts start taking over what little energy you have left at the end of your day. So you must refocus your mind and remember to feel happy and inspired by the situation your friend is in, and try, no matter how hard it may seem, to not feel jealous, weak, or negative, as you will only attract more negativity. Instead, think of how happy your friend must be from making that purchase. Use that happiness as your own. Absorb their energy, as positive thoughts attract positive experiences. So now that you've heard and maybe understand the first 3 steps, the 4th step begins to happen seemingly automatically. As a result of your new thinking patterns, you'll begin to see thoughts, urges, and impulses for what they truly are: sensations. Sensations caused by deceptive brain messages that don't benefit you, and that you can now manage these thoughts, feelings, and emotions anytime you choose to do so. For example, have you ever partaken in exercise, whether it's riding a bike, jogging, walking, lifting weights, swimming, hiking, or any other physical activity? If so, you understand that in order to change the physical makeup of your body, you need to take action. Put in the time and effort, and eventually you'll see the results in the mirror, and you will begin to feel much, much better about your physical self. Well, why would it be any different for your mind? Your mind needs to be exercised just like the body. Can you imagine for a moment now how weak your physical body would be had you never exercised a day in your life, or exercised using uneducated techniques? That's the state of your mind if you've never practiced mindfulness strategies before, or worked on developing successful, proper mindset trainings. So look, now that you've heard the 4 steps involved in reshaping your mind and thinking patterns, I want to put your mind at ease and help you realize that you may need to listen to this session a few more times just to ensure that they sink very deep into your subconscious mind until they truly become a part of your entire being. And before we begin the descent into the deepest realms of total relaxation and peacefulness, I would like to point out that you may be aware of everything I say during the session, and that's okay, because you will still be very much in a state of hypnosis. Now, I want to take you for a walk through a very peaceful forest. Imagine yourself now walking on a path through a mossy, green, somber forest. The path before you is soft beneath your bare feet. You can feel the soil and fallen leaves between your toes, and it feels so good. As you walk, your body begins to relax as your mind soothes more and more with each step you take. You take a moment to breathe in the fresh mountain air, filling your lungs completely and holding in as much as you can before you exhale, breathing out all the air and thoughts that no longer serve you. You begin feeling refreshed as you take another deep breath in and breathing out completely, letting your body relax even further now. You continue to breathe slowly and deeply as you walk through the forest up this slight incline towards the foggy mountain top. The air is brisk but comfortable. The sun is filtering through the trees, and you take a moment to notice all the light surrounding the leaves, making a soft, prismatic pattern, a mystical dance on the ground before you. You take a moment to listen to the sounds of the forest. Birds are singing. A gentle breeze is blowing. The leaves on the trees shift and sway in the soft wind. Your body relaxes more and more as you continue to walk now. Count your steps and breathe in unison with your strides. And as you become more and more relaxed, you walk through the forest, feeling your muscles relaxing and lengthening. And as your arms swing in rhythm with your walking, they become loose, relaxed, and limp. Feel your back relaxing as your spine lengthens and your muscles continue to relax. Really feel the tension leaving your body as you admire the scenery around you. Your legs and your lower body starting to really relax, finally feeling free and at ease. As you continue to walk through the forest, you continue to climb up a slight incline. You easily tread along smooth rocks on the path before you, feeling completely at one with nature. Completely resonating with her amazingly nurturing, grounding, and healing vibration. The breeze continues to blow through the treetops, but you are sheltered on your path is calm. Small saplings grow at the sides of the path. Around you is an immense array of greens. Some of the leaves on the trees are delicate light green. Some leaves are dark, deep, true forest green. Many trees have needles that look crisp and earthy, and the smell of pine is in the air. The forest floor is thick, dense, green moss, and tall trees start to make their way on either side of your path now. You smell the forest around you. The air is fresh and filled with the blended scent of ozone-purifying trees, earth, pine, and mountain streams. You can begin to hear the gentle sound of water faintly in the distance. This gentle sound of a creek entices and lures you to keep moving forward. As you continue to walk through the forest, you are gaining elevation and getting closer to the sound of this running stream. And as you near the top of the mountain, you hear the stream, which is very, very close now. The path curves up ahead, and you can clearly see sunlight beaming down onto your path. And as you round the corner, you hear the water and see a clearing in the trees up ahead. A beautiful, uplifting, and immensely breathtaking viewpoint awaits your presence. You are growing tired from your journey now. Your body feels pleasantly tired and heavy, And imagine yourself now walking towards the clearing, the stream, and that viewpoint now, overseeing the vast mountainous valley open up before you, going as far as your eyes can see. Breathe deeply now. You notice stepping stones make an easy path across the stream and towards the edge of the mountain. You step on each large, cold, flat stone to easily cross the small, shallow, trickling stream. And up ahead, you notice a large, smooth rock with a smaller, smooth rock acting as a sort of backrest, just like a perfectly sculpted chair waiting to be rested on. The rock is placed perfectly high upon this beautiful vantage point, overseeing the never-ending mountain valley. And as your body begins to feel even more relaxed as you approach your perfectly sculpted rock, and you're exactly 10 steps away from utter peace and relaxation now. Only 10 stones lay between you and the rock of total tranquility. And at this point, you feel satisfied with the amount of purifying oxygen coursing through your veins. You have not felt this calm, rested, and relaxed in a very, very long time. You decide that you are finally ready to take those 10 steps down to the rock to sit, lay, and rest. And on my mark, we will begin taking those 10 steps down in order to take you to even deeper depths of relaxation. You will take exactly one step every time you hear me count down from 10 down to 1. Step number 1 will actually be the last step you take before you get to bask in total peace. And just know that with each step you take, you will feel heavier and heavier, slower and slower, and even more relaxed than the step before. Remembering now, you are perfectly safe and secure here. You are in a very peaceful and safe space. We will now begin. 10. You may take your first step. 9. Another step, and deeper you go. 8. 7. The feeling of heaviness sets in as you continue to go deeper now. 6. 5. Halfway there. Remember to breathe deep and pull in that fresh mountain air as you are still going deeper. 4. Your legs are starting to struggle to carry your now very heavy body. 3. The back of your neck starts to ache as you try to keep your head up. 2. You can barely move your arms, and you are starting to imagine the feeling of the rock's cold, smooth, supporting surface. And 1. Well done. You made it. Now, as you sit or lay down on this very comfortable, sculpted rock, you're feeling more and more relaxed and at ease. The sun shines down on you, and looking around, you see mountains in the distance, all the way down the valley. Flocks of various birds soar high above you, and you just spend a few moments appreciating the feeling of total freedom this moment brings to you. And you can look down from your vantage point into the valley with the trees and a brilliant crystal blue lake. Directly across from you is another impressive mountain. The clearing around you is made up of varying layers of earth, pine needles, autumn flowers around you are blowing gently in the breeze. You notice a deer quietly emerges from the edge of the forest to graze in the clearing. And as the deer raises its head to look at you, you can see its nostrils flaring, almost as if to catch your scent. And after the deer can sense you are a being of pure peace and love, it then walks to the stream to take a drink before disappearing back into the calm forest. Feel the sun warming your body now as you relax on your safe, sculpted, supportive rock. And enjoy the majestic landscape around you and feel your body relaxing even more now. Your body becomes perfectly warm and very heavy. Breathe deeply now. You are so very safe here. I will now give you a few moments to enjoy this relaxed time of peace and tranquility. And as you lay relaxed, drifting, floating peacefully and completely free, see and feel your mind growing and expanding, reaching and extending for knowledge and inner peace. You are now free from thoughts that no longer serve you. Feel your mind becoming weightless and understand that you have complete and utter control over your mind and your actions from this moment on. Control that you will now take with you for the rest of your life. Your subconscious mind knows. Your subconscious mind knows that you decide how to label your thoughts and that you and only you can control your outward experience. You see now how beautiful, powerful, and eagerly growing your mind truly is. Your mind, the most powerful creation in this world, and you now have the ability to harness its wonderfully immense power whenever you so choose. From this very moment, you now understand how to accept peace, joy, and gratitude, and love not only in your mind, but in your heart, your warm, soft, caring heart. You understand that emotions can cause thoughts to appear differently at times, but you now know how to label each thought as you so choose in a much, much more positive manner. Regardless of the feelings attached to it. Your mind is a clean and organized space for growth, love, and most importantly, peace from this moment forward. And as you continue to let these positive suggestions root themselves deep into your subconscious, you'll find that you may be trying to recall what was said earlier in this session. You may try to remember what was just said 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, or even 15 minutes ago. But as I'm sure you will agree, it's a lot easier to forget to remember than it is to remember to forget. So go ahead now, just embrace the stillness you currently have residing in your deeply rested, peaceful mind. Now, in just a few moments, you are going to come back up at the count of 3. And when I bring you back up, you are going to feel comfortable. You are going to feel relaxed. You are going to feel as though you have had a very peaceful nap. And even after you are out of hypnosis, understand that your subconscious mind will act on every word on this recording. And each time you listen to this recording, these suggestions will become stronger and stronger in your mind. Each and every time you listen to this recording, these suggestions will become more and more a part of you, and you will become more and more a person of your choosing. A relaxed, calm, confident, peaceful person who is able to manage their thoughts easily and effortlessly, all right now. And 1 beginning to come up now, feeling rested and full of energy, as though you have had a peaceful nap. And 2 coming up even more now, beginning to move, beginning to stir, and you are totally at ease. And 3 eyes wide open now, relaxed, refreshed, and feeling wonderful. Now that brings us to the end of today's session, and of course the last hypnotherapy in your 28-day conscious transformation. We hope you thoroughly enjoyed your time under our transformational guidance, and as always, we would love to hear from you about the positive results these sessions are having in your own conscious transformation, or even just your day-to-day life. Even if you feel like you are making a small positive difference in your life or to others, then please note it down, as we would love to hear about it. Because in our eyes, a positive change is a positive change, regardless of the magnitude. And as you know, we are some of the most open-minded people there are, so feel free to express your emotions, thoughts, and feelings, knowing they will be received by us with absolutely zero judgment. Now, whilst I still have you, please remember to complete your worksheets as soon as possible after this session. Tracking your progress is an integral factor in this program. Now, one last thing, you do not have to think of this as the end of your transformation, but more of the start to the rest of your truly magnificent life. The changes that you have already gone through over the last few days with us are only just the start. This personal growth you are currently experiencing will continue to help you evolve into the being you are truly becoming. A being full of desire, passion, and purpose. Now that's it from me for now, but remember to not be a stranger and reach out to us, and always feel free to keep us informed on your journey. All my love, Red Sherwood, your very own transformational hypnotherapist.